Enzo.com. That's Enzo.com.
You guys don't have cool songs like that, do you?
I have a really cool song.
Fuck you, it's not good.
Dude, Corey made it for me. It's fucking
Oh,
badass.
shit. Oh, just be quiet, guys. Good evening, patriots, libtards, Hollywood Satanists, global elites, sheeple, Antifa pussies, and every creature in between. I am your broski, Bobby Pickles, bienvenidos a mi podcast. Tonight, live on the stream, I have two bona fide Washington, D.C. Proud Boy stabbing victims, Corey C. Neily Nielsen on the ones and twos, and Jeremy the immortal Noblebeard Bertino on the threes and fours. I'm really not sure what threes and fours mean. I just made that up. Anywho, they both have beards, they both wear black and gold, and they both got stabbed by Antifa scums in Washington, D.C. We have gathered here tonight to discuss these two events. Actually, I think it's one event. Anywho, I think it's the same event. So we're going to discuss that same event and the two Proud Boys who were involved. Proud of your boy, baby. Welcome to Bobby Pickles Podcast.
Bobby Pickles Podcast.
That's me.
Yeah. And, dude, I'm sorry that I don't have my stupid fucking Asian guy here. You know, he's supposed to... Damn it, man. This sucks, dude. Come on. Get off of this.
Get your shit together, Bobby.
I know. Dude, why is it not stopping, dude? Hold on.
It's the FBI.
Yeah. Hold on one sec. I'm sorry. I'm having technical difficulties. Fuck, this is so stupid. Oh my God.
Neily, say banana, Neily.
Banana.
Oh, come on.
Did Brett? Did he get a hold of you?
I don't know. Somebody said say banana.
Yeah, that's one of our guys. He texted me too.
Dude, what the fuck, man? What the fuck is going on?
What's happening?
All right, there
Bobby's
we go.
having
Jesus
Bobby's
Christ.
having a boomer moment.
I know. Man.
Dude, I like the way your hair is
I set
blowing
this
in
up
the wind.
already. I mean, fuck it. God damn it, dude.
I like the way your hair was blowing in the wind there.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. All right, well, here we are, and you know what? I'm a little tired today. I'll admit, I'm pretty fucked up. I had a crazy night last night. You know, hey, let's go through the Proud Boy credentials. I got two Proud Boys on, and you guys both got stabbed in Washington D.C. First of all, let me hear some credentials. Immortal Beard, you go first. For no particular reason.
No my credentials.
As a Proud Boy.
Shit, I'm a 4th degree. Actually been stabbed just about twice. They attempted to stab me twice. Been multiple rallies. I love this organization, and I'm a proud Western chauvinist, and I refuse to apologize for creating the modern world.
Fuck yeah, dude. Are you a prez?
Nope, I am just a regular ass lame member.
Nice.
Of our drinking fraternity.
You're not a lame member. Now, do you want to at any point do you want to go into leadership?
I've been in leadership positions before. I don't at this point, man, with with the turmoil that was going on, I just want to enjoy my brotherhood at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel the
Yeah.
same way sometimes, man. Instead of having
Yeah.
that target on your back, just be a brother.
Well, I'm gonna have that target no matter what, just because I got Antifa and obviously the edgy boys that like to give me shit, but I love them all anyway, except for Antifa. Fuck you.
Fuck Antifa, dude.
Fuck Antifa.
We'll get more into that later, actually. Got a song for Mr. C. Neily. C. Neily. What about your Proud Boy credentials?
Well, I am also a 4th degree out of the Minnesota chapter. I was recently put in the vetting chairman position, and I was the chaplain, but I actually gave that handed that position off to my little brother, and I've been handling a lot of the vetting stuff, as well as the public relations.
Oh, so you're a legacy person, huh? You bring in family members. Nice.
I brought in a lot of boys from high school too.
You did? See,
Oh yeah.
I'm not.
Say that the right way. Try and say that again. Think about what you just said there.
Brought in a lot of my homeboys from high school.
Oh, I'm going to take that soundbite and have some fun with it. Yeah. So, yeah. So
I'll send you a release.
Dude, I would love to be in your shoes, man, where you're like living in a place where you grew up. I'm not living in the spot I grew up, so I don't have all my high school friends to get into it. But that would be great because you could kind of like stack your cards, pretty well and get a lot of good people on your side that you already know. That'd be the only sinister reason why I would do it. But anyway.
Well, you skip a lot of the security bullshit too,
Absolutely. You already know those
what
guys.
you're getting into. Absolutely.
So you're a what degree?
4th.
4th degree. We're all 4th degrees, right? What is a 4th degree? Can we talk about being a 4th degree and what we had to do in order to achieve that degree?
Well, 4th degree is really just about making some sort of sacrifice on behalf of the club. It's not like, I know there's rumors out there. It's all about you got to fight Antifa or you got to get arrested. It's more about just making a sacrifice for the club, like, sacrificing time, effort, what in our case, blood. You know what I mean? I mean, if you get to smash a commie along the way, I think it's a bonus. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what did you did you get your 4th degree at this when you got stabbed?
Me?
Well,
Yeah, both of you guys.
The first time I almost got stabbed, that's when I got it in D.C. on election night.
Yeah, we had we still have a few pending 4th degrees, and I was one of the pending ones, and I think D.C. kind of just tipped it over the edge. I have a dog that opens doors. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's great, dude. That's great. Hey, you want to?
Yeah.
I know we just had music at the beginning. Let's get this out of the way. I do want people to see, and I want to highlight this song that C. Neily created.
Dude.
Well, I had some help from T.
Let me get this queued up. Hold on. Now, you wanna talk about it first?
Yeah, the story's kind of funny actually.
Let's talk about
it. I think he's out there in Florida.
He is. He's in my chapter.
Right. Well, one of our boys, Leo. I know. Beard knows him, but I'm not sure if you met Leo or not. He's actually our vice president of the Minnesota chapter. And T-Roy had sent him a video of him in his kitchen, just whisper screaming "fuck Antifa" into his phone. And I was really bored that day, and I'm like, "Yo, send that to me. I'm gonna write a metal track to it." And I wrote something in a couple hours, sent it back to Leo, and I'm like, "Hey, check it out." He's like, "Oh, this is so cool." I never thought it would leave our chapter. I just thought it would be in our chats and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, I see a video that I think you put together.
I put together the video.
It was all over DC.
We got 15,000 views on there. I'm being suppressed heavily, so the algorithms are not like helping or anything like that. But I think pretty much every Antifa member jumped on there to take a look at that.
Absolutely.
There's so much AIDS and cancerous shit talking in those chats. It's absolutely hilarious. But
it is.
But yeah, T-Roy whisper screaming. I mean, you encourage that kind of behavior?
Well, if it makes a good track, who am I to
I encourage it in my daily life, so it's all good. I teach my kids fucking Antifa, so.
Hell yeah. And now, so you write. Can you tell me a little bit about your music and stuff before we cue this up?
Yeah, so I've been a musician pretty much my whole life. Once I played hockey for years. Once I got done playing hockey, I kind of got into DJing, and kind of made a name for myself in the Minneapolis area as a DJ, and then got into production. Things kind of exploded, went on some tours, got signed with some bigger record labels. Fast forward to 2020, COVID hit, and gigs just plummeted. Like there's no money left in the industry. So I was kind of toying with the notion of getting out of music, or at least doing something different away from the scene I've been in for so long. But yeah, that's basically the long and short of it.
Cool. Let's do it, man. Let's listen to this. All right. And I'm sure it's going to be choppy and fucked up because I don't have my Asian here. It's so great. Nice.
Dude, that song got me so hyped when I first heard it. Like when I saw that video, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit of a chubby.
Nice.
And, then,
and coming from you, that's good. That's like the top. That means 5-star, right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So I liked it so much that I actually contacted Neily and asked him to write some music opening for my podcast, which I just sent you in TG, Bobby, if you get a chance and you want to listen to it. It's ridiculous.
Oh, hell yeah. Can I listen to that? Hold on one second. You sent that on Telegram? One
Yep,
sec.
I sent it on Telegram.
All right, let me see if I can cue it up.
It's badass.
Okay.
I don't know if you caught my show the other night, but it was the opening song.
Dude, that's badass, brother.
Yeah, dude, this dude is ridiculous. I'm just gonna say that he does all this.
Thanks,
you
brother.
did all that through the keyboard or through that stuff, right?
Well,
Or
I have a drum machine, but for the most part, it's done through a keyboard. Like I'll load up a bass guitar instrument and there, like it sounds just like a bass guitar, but I'll play them on the keyboard. But the drums are all done through my Octopad.
Really? Yeah, dude, he's ridiculous.
God, man, I guess it's gonna take me a second. Let's continue talking about how talented you are, brother. Do you have any? So,
dude, that's ridiculous. That's hard as fuck, dude. That's like some opening video game shit, dude.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
When I put this
ridiculous.
back, when I upload the podcast, I'll play the real music underneath it so you can hear it. But
Yeah.
dude, so I gotta watch out for you, Noble Beard, man, coming up behind me, man, and fucking wow, getting that idea. Oh, okay. Gotta watch out. I see what you're doing over there, by the way. I mean, look, you got stabbed, and now all of a sudden you're entrepreneuring into all kinds of different ventures. Is that right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, dude, I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always been about working for myself. I've never wanted to make someone else rich. You know what I mean? Like, never. That's never been my. Maybe I'm a little Antifa, but no, I don't want to work for someone else. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like my time is worth what I set my time at. And so I've always been an entrepreneur. I've owned businesses. Unfortunately, Antifa doxed my last business and got it shut down. I lost a major contract with a major retailer. But you know, I mean, it's part of the game. It's the game they play. I'm a hustler, baby. I'll sell water to a whale. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Can we talk about that really quick? Because I actually have that that question here, and it was how has doxing ruined your lives, both of you guys?
You tell them, Neily.
Elaborate a little
Nah,
bit.
you go ahead, man.
I mean, the term ruined my life, I wouldn't say it ruined my life. I'd say I had a major change in my life. And, you know, anyone that knows me, that's close to me, knows that I had been before COVID, I've been recently talking about moving away from the industry and just, I mean, my fans are an age, the age base of my fans are, you know, 17 years old to 29 years old. So even when I do go play shows, I feel like the old man. And it was just kind of wearing on me. All the bells and whistles weren't as much fun anymore. It just became a job. And again, then COVID hit, and that kind of wiped everything out right there. So I kind of started taking it a little bit more seriously, to looking into other things, yada, yada, yada. Next 6 months went by. DC happened. I got doxxed. I mean, I had signed with the biggest record label I'd ever signed with a week before I went to DC. And I didn't even care. That's the worst part. I didn't even care. So, I mean, that's where I knew it really wasn't in my heart anymore. Music will always be in my heart, but having to answer to a record label, having to write the music they want me to write, just having to jump through all the corporate hoops just got really old and taxing on me, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. I'll always write music for myself, my friends, you know, all that good stuff. But doxing really, it was a major setback mentally, but it really didn't affect me as much as I thought it was going to. And recently I just signed on with a massive company doing pretty much the same thing I was doing, but just kind of putting music to video for again, just a bigger corporation. Obviously, I'm not going to say what the name of the corporation is, but they're well aware. They're well aware of the fact I'm a proud boy, and so I don't think that's ever going to be an issue with them. And I'm just kind of doing some behind the scenes thing on a salary job, a little bit different, a little bit change of pace, but I'm kind of happy about it, to be honest.
So you kind of like, you work on the corporate side, and you like make music for like what, ads, like advertising?
Well, before I got doxxed, I worked for the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Minnesota Twins, the Minnesota Vikings. I hate to admit it, but I also worked for Minnesota United, the soccer team that's been doxing everybody. But so what I did for the Minnesota Twins and the Timberwolves is they would give me some video, like for their opening segment to where the Twins take the field or whatever, and I would put some cinematic, you know, really kind of pump up kind of music to it. Like basically what I did for the Fuck Antifa track and for Beard's podcast, just kind of get some hype up shit going that goes along with the video. So that's basically, I just kind of carried on into a new career, except it's not pump up stuff. It's more like, hey, come work for our company and this little pretty music and butterflies and shit, you know? But,
oh yeah,
hey, it's gonna pay the bills, man. It's still a lot better than working a corporate desk job, in my eyes anyway, and working outside in the middle of February, which is super cold up here, by the way. So I have no complaints about that, man. But yeah, that's what I was doing for the most part, is motion imaging, visual marketing type stuff.
So everybody in your industry is like a libtard, right? Basically.
Every single one of them.
Yeah. Good luck, man. That's horrible. God. You know.
But that's
yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Like, that was the worst part, man. Is like I knew everyone's political stance. Even my closest friends that I called my closest friends, I knew that they all hated Trump. I knew what they thought of Republicans and conservatives, but they were still my friends. It's a small part of, you know, the bond we built and everything. And then the second they find out I'm a conservative, I'm a proud boy, I voted for Trump, and they want me dead, you know, like, you know, on the bright side, I found out who my real friends are, and it makes life a whole lot easier, you know.
Yes. You got about 40,000 of them here, brother.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Got about
And it's
40,000 of
real
us here.
too. It's
Fuck
real.
yeah, it
It's
is.
absolutely real.
Hell yeah, it is.
I had a
Yeah, it's
similar
about the.
experience.
What did you do?
Oh, I mean, I lost a lot of my friends who I grew up with and stuff. They're all like
Oh.
liberals, basically. And, as soon as Trump won, a lot of people unfriend you on Facebook and stuff and turn your back on you. And yeah, man, I mean, I've been through a lot of stuff, actually. I mean, shit, my name is like dragged through the mud so bad. If you Google Bobby Pickles, it comes up that I did a Nazi shirt, man. That 6 million wasn't enough. That's on somewhere on the internet, and it says that I made it, man. It's connected to me. I never printed that. I've never printed anything that could even remotely be considered Nazi content. So the only way that they really get you, I think, is through libel and slander, and
Yeah.
that's what
They
I've
ruined your.
experienced.
I heard they ruined your gay porn career too, didn't they?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So what about you, Beard?
Oh
Doxing.
man. Oh dude. Well, so I got doxxed probably about 2 years ago by this girl named Lindsay Ailing. She's a big. She's a moron. I mean, if you go look at her Twitter, she's just an idiot. I mean, it's just thinks she's higher. She's got this higher education, and she thinks she's just more intelligent than everyone. Never seen the real world. You know what I mean? She doxed me, her and a woman named Megan Squire, who's actually one of the most prolific doxers in the country. She runs networks and works for a university in North Carolina, and that is her job, to track white supremacists. And basically what she does is she finds people that disagree with her politically, puts their name and address out there, and calls them a white supremacist. So that at first it didn't really harm me much. I didn't really care. And then I was working for a while. I had this big contract. I was doing well. I had about 6 or 7 employees. And they got a hold of the name of my company, figured out some of the people that I did work for, contacted them, and I ended up losing a major contract, and putting several people out of work. Me, I roll with the punches, man. I'm always gonna Phoenix, man. I'm always gonna rise from the ashes. So you can burn one house down, I'm gonna build one right behind it, even bigger and better.
Did you see this in the dude? Laura Logan, the 60 Minutes. She's a really great journalist. Actually, she was I think raped by a bunch of Muslims when she was covering the war in Iraq, and it's pretty crazy, man. But she is pretty crazy. She's like a big proponent of like right wing stuff right now, for some reason, and she just shared this article. Hold on one second. Let me try to find it. There it is. Yeah. You see this? This Revolver article? And it says, meet NBC News' Brandy Zadrozny, the woman in charge of doxing and destroying Trump supporters. And it just goes it goes into this article about this fucking piece of shit lady who's just a total scum. Probably just like the other lady that doxes you. There's a lot of these ingrate scumbags out there who have no talent, and that's all they do. But they wrote this Revolver piece about her, and I don't know, Laura, dude, she's a big time, man. It's pretty awesome.
But she's and what's great is when you get people at high positions like that, and they get nailed for doing stuff like that. At least we know who they are, but unfortunately the left props them up as heroes. You know what I mean? So these people that do the doxing, they're heroes to the left because they think they're actually changing the course of history for good, when what they're really doing is they're just taking people's lives, trying to destroy them. They're pushing them to the extreme. You take a moderate and you strip him of his freedoms, you take away his job, you take away his house, he can't get hired anywhere, he can't feed his family. What do you think that they're going to do at that point?
You've just created an extremist.
Paul Miller, for example.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I know that guy, yeah.
Paul Miller, right? I don't condone the things that he said on his podcast and on his show and stuff by any means. I don't
What
agree
exactly
with it.
did he say?
I mean, he went full on Heil Hitler and stuff like that on his thing. It's widely known, right? He doesn't hide it. But that was not that kid, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Oh my
That
God.
kid, he didn't. I don't think he felt that way. I mean, I don't know what's in his heart, but he wasn't that way 3-4 years ago. They pushed him so hard. They jumped him in New York, and they pushed him and pushed him and pushed him. And that is the perfect example of what you're doing when you create this divide between left and right, and you sit there and you point fingers at us. It's like that Andrew Breitbart clip that everybody plays. You're going to call us white supremacists. You're going to say we're all racist. Fuck you. You know what I mean? That's what he says.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, he's the best.
and so that's exactly what they've done to a lot of people. I myself, I'm where I'm at. Nothing's going to change me. You know what I mean? And just like Corey said a little while ago, he kind of felt there was a breath of fresh air where he was like, I don't even care that I lost that gig. So you can't push someone like me. You can't push me to that. You know what I mean? I'm going to be who I'm going to be. So a doxing aside, I will always make it happen, baby. My bills will be paid. I will make it happen. So
I'm the same way, man. It just sucks. Well, it makes you stronger is what it does.
Yeah.
yeah,
If it's easy, it's not going to make you stronger. That's for sure.
I don't know. Getting stabbed for a little while, it made me a little bit physically weaker, but mentally, dude, like I can't, nothing's gonna, like things that would have shook me before, they don't shake me anymore.
Right.
Let me show you guys this article. It's a New York Times article. Let me share the screen again. It's fucking. I got a producer who's just like Ryan Rivera. He's part Asian, and it's what you got to do.
Doesn't show up to work either.
Yeah, you got to get Asians to help you. Anyway, so check this out, man. This is a little article, and they mention all you guys.
Oh yeah, and they dox us in that too.
Man is arrested in stabbing a D.C. election protest. I love this the ridiculous headlines, man.
Or the wording. The wording is so bad. Like every single link I sent you, Bobby, is I can't talk too much about it, but it's all part of my libel slander suit. I mean, some of those articles actually make it sound like I was the one that did the stabbing. I have
to do something too, man. I have the same situation, but if you see this, yes, this is where it doxes. It says the police identified the men who had been stabbed as Franklin Todd Gregory of McMinnville, Tennessee, Corey Owen Nielsen of Robbinsdale, Minnesota, Jeremy Bertino of Locust, North Carolina, and Gregory Lyons, whose hometown was not released. Oh, lucky him. Oh,
he's from New York. He was in the ambulance with me. I don't think he was PB though.
Yeah. So, are you two the only PBs who got stabbed?
I think so. I thought there was another one, but I
don't want to say who is who. You know what I mean? If they're not out of the proverbial closet. You know what I mean? I don't want to say anybody else's name, but yeah, I believe there was more than just us two that were Proud Boys. But if you look at the headlines, they made it sound like we were the ones doing the stabbing. They don't say Proud Boys stabbed trying to defend normies from a knife-wielding maniac BLM supporter. They say Proud Boys go to D.C. and 4 people are stabbed.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy.
Misleading as hell.
Now, is that correct on where you guys are from? Is that correct? Or that's where you live currently?
Yeah, I live in Robbinsdale is a small little suburb just outside of downtown Minneapolis. Like I could spit on Minneapolis from where I'm at right now. So that's correct, yeah.
And what brought?
Yeah, see, mine was wrong.
Yeah.
That was the house I used to live in, and so these idiots went and defaced the old property where I used to live at. Like I don't even live in that state anymore.
No way.
And they went there. Oh, dude, they went and spray painted "Kill Whitey" or "Die Cracker Die," put a hammer and sickle, and "Death to America." They went and spray painted all over that property right after DC. Yeah, because they put my address out there.
My address is out there too. I mean, we kind of strapped up and waited, nobody ever came. Nobody ever came. We got lucky, I think, and
they're lucky they went to the wrong house. That's all I'm going to say.
Right. Right.
You're lucky you went to the wrong house. If you'd have come to mine, things would have ended up a little bit differently.
Now yous can't leave.
My favorite scene.
It's my favorite scene too, man. I receive hate messages all the time, dude. I just received a hate email yesterday and just said, I will see you soon, you and all your faggot, Proud Boys or whatever. So, I mean, and then all I responded
Scary.
back, I just responded back, now you can't leave.
now you can't leave.
You just can't leave, yeah. So what was so what brought you to Washington, D.C. in the first place, and what were the circumstances surrounding the stabbing? Let's get into that.
Beard, you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll take this one. Why did we go to DC? We went to DC. So November.
Let me hold on. Let me share this really. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Let me share this really quick. Speaking of stupid ass headlines, police arrest suspect in DC stabbing outside extremist Proud Boys favorite bar. See that? That's what I'm talking about, man.
What website is that? What shithole website is
Bunch of
that?
fucks.
This is a C Neily web. This is a C Neily article.
See Neily, huh?
Yeah, look at that.
But paint the picture, man. I mean, they say Harry's, our favorite bar. Tell the folks at home about Harry's bar. Let's set the tone. Paint me a picture of the area that we're dealing with. All right.
So yeah. So again, it all started honestly for me back on election night. I don't know if you remember when Bev Beatty got stabbed. So there was a few of us up there for election night. We went and we left to go back to our cars. Saw a group of two guys and a girl harassing and trying to mess with like an old 75-year-old man walking home from the election night party. We saw that happen. We ran in, intervened, stepped in the middle. A fight ensued, which we thought was a fist fight. And then this little midget guy came running up with a knife and started stabbing everybody. I had my plates in. He tried to stab me, realized I had plates in under my jacket, and didn't get through. So fast forward November 14th, we're up there for the Stop the Steal rally. We all know why we were there. The election was stolen. They installed our new president. He was not elected. I don't give a damn what anyone says. I watched him today and I was like, there is no way anybody voted for this dude. He can't talk. He can't walk. He can barely, you know what I mean? He can barely breathe. He can't see. You ever watch him squint? It's like, huh? What's going on? He's
Phil
so
Collins.
drugged up. It's Weekend at Bernie's, man. And so we went up there November 14th. We did our rally. We all went back to the hotels to call it a night. Antifa came out with their bullshit, beating people up, attacking them, old ladies attacking, young women pushing baby strollers. We saw it. We said, that's enough. Let's go. So we all strapped back up, rolled out, and beat the shit out of Antifa that night. We literally smashed them until they ran and hid behind the cops and cried like little bitches. So fast forward December 12th, we're all back there again, and we're back there with the intent of let's just go ahead and say it. We went back there to protect the normies, and also we really wanted to just put the fear of God into Antifa so that they never ever tried to do anything like that again. We didn't want it, and I'll tell you what, no normies were attacked that night, just us. The normies were safe that night. Why? Because we were there, and because we kept the peace. We were the real peacekeepers that night. The police, DC Metro didn't do shit. They kept us from pushing them out of town, because that's what we really wanted to do. We wanted to kettle them up and just push them right out of town. That was the idea. Surround them, push them, and just push them right out of town, get rid of them. So, obviously that night, we come back to Harry's. We couldn't get through the police lines, and we're not going to break through police lines because that's not what we do. So we all went back to Harry's, put a message up, said, hey, Antifa, we're going to be at Harry's all night. You know what I mean? If you guys want to push us out of DC, come over and do it. Not even 10 minutes later, we're all standing out in front of Harry's. I see one guy in a corner, mouthing off, talking shit. I see you guys were there. You saw the way the group swarms towards something when they think something's happening. So we had a group of, I don't know, thousands of normies out there on the street who incidentally are very difficult to control. Our guys, we can be like, hey, that's enough. head back. No, the normies just go and they do their thing, which is their right to do. They rush over. I see everybody rushing over to a corner. I see this girl grabbing at this dude's mask. And the only thing I'm thinking is, let me get over there and let me try to get that dude out of there. I want him to get out of there because I don't want him to get killed. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you right now, if those normies would have beat the shit out of him, who do you think they would have blamed, boys? They'd have blamed us. So I was running in. I ran in to try to basically intervene and get the dude out of there. Anybody that's been at a rally with me knows that I'm usually the one that's gonna be like, hey, all right, that's enough. Everybody back off. Let them go. Let them say what they want to say. We're not here to suppress anybody. Well, dude flipped the knife out. I didn't see it at first. He turned and saw me. I think he engaged with you, didn't he, Corey? He went right at you and tried to stab you. And then he ran directly at me, and I pushed his head down, and that's when he swung and caught me in the diaphragm and the lung and then broke my rib with the knife and stabbed me.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. He did some damage, man. He got me good.
And see, Neily, can you tell me a little bit about those events leading up to that? For you, your perspective?
Same exact scenario, just a different angle of view, I guess. We were all just kind of hanging around Harry's. You know, the cops kind of had everything barricaded. It was kind of calming down a little bit, actually. And I saw somebody kind of out of the corner of my eye that just looked like they didn't belong, kind of walk through a crowd. I saw a lot of guys saying, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. And from where I was standing, it looked like I did see the knife come out. And then people started swarming and like taking video and shit. And then I saw a blonde lady's hair kind of go like this, and I saw him kind of going after her. So in my mind, I thought he was going after her with a knife. So 5 days after being shackled to a hospital bed, sitting in a jail cell, I had no communication at the outside. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what the real story was. So when I finally got out and saw the angle where she actually went and tried to pull his mask off, and like I kind of got a little pissed off about that because this might have been all avoided. You know what I mean?
I saw that where the girl, damn, that's a good video too. Yeah. Fuck.
But that's not what I saw. What I saw was him going after her. So I was like, oh, no one's doing anything about this. Like, get in there, you know? So.
Wasn't that crazy? That normie girl, pulls the hockey move on him. And
just dumb.
She's an idiot. I already let her have it too, by the way. Hey, Brian, I see Brian Keith in the comments. Actually, that wasn't a Proud Boy that threw that first haymaker that you're talking about on the guy that pulled the knife. The guy pulled the knife first, and that is when we made the move to try and disarm him. But nice try trying to flip that around on us there, Brian.
Yeah. If somebody could find
one
that
second,
link,
fellas, I'll be right back.
No problem.
All right. If somebody could find the what?
If somebody could find that link, dude, I would,
what, the videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I've got all the videos, man. I've got them all. I should have sent them to you ahead of time, but yeah, I've got all the videos. I can send them to you, and you can edit it and put it in here as I talk. But I
think I sent you some of the videos too. I actually got a bunch of videos. Yeah,
and so it was pretty brutal, man. Like I was going in there. The dude doesn't even realize I was going in there to save his ass. You know what I mean? He was outnumbered. He was gonna get his teeth kicked in. And I went out there to, you know what I mean? I wanted to intervene and get the dude out of there, right? I mean, because if we were going to fight that night, if anything was going to happen, I wanted Antifa to march at us, and then, you know what I mean? Hey, we could have just have at it in the streets like the greasers and the socias back in the day. You know what I mean? Like that, if that's what you guys want to do, then bring it. Don't send one lone assassin in there. But we also found out through the grapevine that evening, right before that happened, that there was an actual money bounty out on Enrique, myself, Joe Biggs, and Rufio. There was a money bounty out. Yeah, there was a money bounty out on us. We got a tip through somebody. I don't remember who it came through, but
the FBI.
I don't know, dude. I'm not commenting either way. I can't wait. I got my glasses on. No, I don't know where it came from, but yeah, there was a money bounty out on us that night. So.
Did any of you ever think you'd be stabbed?
It's kind of I kind of made a joke about it to one of my buddies on the way down to DC that I grew up with. You know, he's like, "Be careful out there, you know, with Antifa and all that." And I'm like, "Yeah, they get stabby." And of course, he sent me that screenshot, right? You know, first thing he sends me.
Yeah. I honestly saw more of a gunshot
But,
than a stab.
What is that?
I said I actually probably I foresaw a gunshot more than a stab. It's funny as I was getting ready in the hotel room that night. I was putting my gear on. We had went out for the day. We went back to the hotels, took a break, took a little breather. I took a shower, got some dry clothes on, threw my gear back on, and as I was throwing my gear on, I just stopped for a minute, took a deep breath, and I was like, I might not ever come back to my stuff here. You know what I mean? Like, it was a legitimate thought in my mind as I suited up. I think everybody that's ever going into battle always, that thought always crosses your mind. Veterans and stuff understand that. Before something goes down, if it's going to go down, you kind of have that moment where you stop and you think, this could be like the last decision that I make, or this could be the last night of my life. So yeah, you think about it, and I did that, and I paused for a minute, and honestly, there was no hesitation. I was like, if this is it, then this is, at least I know I'm going out for something I believe in and not in some stupid car wreck or something like that. So I threw my gear on and walked downstairs at the hotel, met up with the rest of the guys, and obviously the rest is history. But yeah.
You know how everybody talks? It's like telephone and stuff. There is something going around that you had brought like a family member along, and you were out looking for them or something like that, trying to find out where they are.
Me?
Yeah. God, people are just such idiots. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I don't
like
have
that.
any family.
Isn't that
I know
funny?
some guys did have like I know some guys that actually brought their kids up there. They had their kids there and stuff like that, and I was like, God, what are you guys doing? Like, we're not going up there. This ain't a sightseeing tour, boys. You know what I mean? Leave the wives and kids at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
no. Yeah, that's weird. No, I was out looking for, if we're talking about family members, I was out looking for my family who was wearing the black and yellow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that was my family. And that's who I was concerned with that night. You know what I mean? My family, my kids and all that, they were home that night, you know what I mean? Where they belonged. So my family that I was directly concerned with was wearing black and yellow that night.
Yeah, I saw you literally right before that, and you were getting interviewed by the guy from, what is it? Nat Geo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that happened. What did it feel like to be stabbed?
Oh man.
Go ahead, Neily, take this one.
I mean, like in all honesty, I mean, my adrenaline was already kind of pumping. And the worst part is, it's kind of funny, but not funny, but I had to take a piss so bad before this happened. And like, I was looking for a place to piss right before this happened. And like, funny thing is, he got me right in the bladder.
So he relieved that a little bit for you, didn't he?
It really did have, okay, it's really not a joke, man, but it is. But like, he caught me right in the bladder. And like, right when it happened, I knew he got me, and I put my hand over it. Leo was right next to him. Like, Leo, I'm leaking, dude. I just got poked because my pants went instantly warm. Like, I knew it was blood. Like, I knew I was leaking bad. And I took my hand off of it, and a stream of blood and piss shot out, 3 feet in front of me. I thought it was all blood. So I was just like, holy shit, this is a lot worse than I thought, So people start running over, sit down. And it just, I don't know. Like, I really didn't know. I've never really been in a situation that bad. And you really never know how you're going to react in a situation like that. But for some reason, I just felt like it was going to be okay. Like, I had people there with medical supplies, and they were sticking, they were shoving gauze in my wound. And like, all I knew is we had to get the blood stopped, and I was going to be fine. But yeah, it I don't know. Like, it relieved
your bladder a little bit. Like, well, now I don't have to find a place to take a piss.
It's a messed up part, man, but it kind of did.
Yeah,
But,
no, mine was a little different, man. Like, I knew, like, it was funny because like I said, I didn't see the knife when I was fighting with him, but I knew exactly what happened as soon as I felt it. I threw my hand on it and I kind of stumbled off, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" Well, really, what the pain was he broke my rib because he stabbed me right through the rib, and missed my heart by a few inches.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, but you saw the size of that blade, man.
Yeah.
That blade was no joke. I mean, it had to be that wide.
It was a buck knife, man.
Yeah, it was fucking huge. And so I instantly felt the sharp pain, and I knew what happened. And then all of a sudden, like you said, I felt that warmth just going down my body. And you know what that warmth is. You're like, that's the same temperature as my body on the inside. You know what I mean? Like you have that thought, and then I kind of looked at my hand and I was like, okay, I got stabbed, and walked over to a cop car and was like, hey, can you call for EMT? And thank God, like you said, man, thank God, people were there. There was a woman named Rose, my boy Milkshake. They knew exactly what to do. I had an IFAC kit on my body, which I always carry. Then had a chest seal in there. They
You
pulled
had
it out,
you had a fat kid on your body?
Yes,
What?
his name was Bobby.
Oh, thank you. Yes. I fucking saved your life, dude.
No, I had an IFAC, IFAK.
Oh, you sure that wasn't Milkshake?
Yeah,
Fucking
no, yeah. No, so Milkshake knew what to do. Rose, a girl named Rose, who's an EMT, she came over. They knew what to do. They wrapped me up. They put the chest seal on, man. And when EMT got there, like everybody kept trying to get me to sit down. I said, fuck that. And they're like, why? I said, Antifa's not going to get a picture of me on the ground. Fuck that. No way. So I stood the entire time. Just as I was getting in the ambulance, there's somebody with a camera out there that has footage of me walking into the ambulance. And right as I was stepping into the ambulance, just poking my head out saying, fuck Antifa. And I need to get that. So if you're out there and you're seeing this and you're listening, please get me that footage. I really, really need that footage.
Just get a hold of Bobby Pickles, and I'll give it to him.
Yeah, dude. I need that. I really need that
For a fee. For a fee.
Now,
yeah. Do you guys remember the look on the scum's face as he was stabbing you?
No, I had his shit pulled over his face. I did the old hockey. So I don't remember that. I didn't even know what he looked like, to be honest with you. Like when the cops came over, they had the guy on the ground in handcuffs and like, do you recognize anyone over there? I'm like, well, I'm guessing the guy that stabbed me. He had a mask on when he came after me, but I reckon he had dreads poking out, so it's probably him.
And I think they put his name in the paper at some point. Did he get arrested for attempted murder or anything at all?
He got charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, not even a deadly weapon. He won't even serve a year.
Oh wow!
No, dude.
Did he get arrested?
Still have. Yeah, they arrested him, but they have still not even sent the case from the detective to the U.S. attorney. The U.S. attorney still does not even have the case file to press charges.
That. No shit.
I've been calling. Listen, I've never been contacted by the police. I've never been contacted by the U.S. attorney. I know the only contact you had with the police was when they were trying to charge you with something. Yeah. The only thing I ever did was give them my name, my phone number, and my birth date when I was getting into the ambulance. That's the only police contact that I've had since that incident. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't believe that the D.C. system of justice is corrupt as hell, that is dead ass proof right there. I mean, this guy, man. He stabbed 4 people, and then so listen, so they do that, and then Enrique goes back, January 4th, and they send a SWAT team after him for the same thing as a jaywalking ticket. It was a violation. The destruction of private property carries the same weight as a jaywalking ticket, like and they literally sent and they sent a SWAT team after him. I mean, what world do we live in where that's okay? I'm flabbergasted at this.
Was it a blessing in disguise that you were stabbed before having a chance to storm the Capitol? Because I'm pretty sure that you two idiots would have been front line.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree there too. I mean, a lot of our guys were gung ho. We're already talking about going out there the next time. Before we'd even came home from the 12th. So chances are we might have been out there. Who knows what would have happened, but we probably would have been out there.
I mean, but see, here's the thing, though. Think about it. They took out Enrique, right? They took him out of the equation. And for the most part, when you get like myself, had I been out there, I think I would have been that same guy that I've always been at every rally, at every incident, which would have been like, no, stop. We're not pushing through the police line. You know what I mean? And being that who we are and people will listen to us, they may have stopped, We may have been able to stop it, but unfortunately, the FBI didn't want us to be able to stop it. They didn't want that. They wanted that to happen. I don't know that the FBI themselves wanted that to happen, but the powers that be wanted that to happen. They wanted that situation. It's what they were hoping for. That's why the FBI was stopping by all of, like beforehand, all the high profile people like Milo and all them guys and telling them, don't go to DC on the 6th. Don't go. Stay away from it.
Oh,
because
shit.
they knew what was coming.
That's what happened? Wow.
Yeah. The FBI went to Milo and told him not to go.
No shit.
Yes.
I didn't know that either.
He called.
You don't
he
think
called
that's
in upon
just...
direction.
Do you don't think that's just some gay BS that he's pulling?
He's not gay anymore.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, he went straight. He's super straight now. No, I mean, he's still a faggot, but yeah, he
Shout out Milo.
Yeah, fuck Milo. But yeah, you heard me, Milo. Fuck you.
He's a great guy. He's great.
No, he's an asshole. He's an asshole.
He's
a self-righteous asshole.
Every time I say that to somebody who knows him, they say that too.
Yeah, because dude, like you saw the shit he tried to pull with the club. I'm gonna buy the name and yada yada yada. You know what I mean? It's like just using our name to try to keep himself relevant. Like, bro, go out and get stabbed, and then you'll be relevant. Until then, shut the fuck up.
That attorney who incorporated Proud Boys first, he must be the worst attorney there ever existed, honestly.
Oh,
he didn't even
Dyke?
Yeah, he didn't even trademark the proper thing, dude. If you know anything about trademark law.
Nope, he didn't.
No, he filed under class 35. I'm not gonna say what class you should file it. I'm not gonna give any help or anything like that, but no, it's wide open still. I don't care what he says. The guy's an idiot. But anyway,
so do we get any of this money that's coming into your any of these donations here? Are you splitting that up with us after the night's over? I'm just saying.
Are you getting donations?
No, you.
I'm not getting any. Am I?
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's got $5 from Alexander Hennick. Proud of your fucking boy, Neily.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro.
That's
like $1.83 a piece, bro. Don't Milo out on me.
I'm a communist, bro. I will split it up equally amongst us all. Yeah.
Text me your guys' Venmo.
So, any more thoughts on the Capitol siege, man? I mean, you can't spell patriot without riot. That's a shirt. Don't fucking steal that, Noble Beard. That's my shirt. But
write that down real quick.
Don't you dare write that fucking shit down.
My shirt?
What is it? Unapologetically American. Fuck yeah.
I like that one. I might need that when I buy that jacket too, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's that picture from the front of the Capitol.
Oh, I love it.
Where they had the smoke and stuff. That's that same picture.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Don't steal that fucking T-shirt.
You're selling those on your site? You want to tell them your site? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's 1776.shop. And I'm the vendor. The vendor is under Noble Beard.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, they shut down our processing for like a month and a half, dude. It's been a nightmare. It's back up. You can pay with Bitcoin and with I think direct transfer or whatever right now, but that's it. They really fucked us pretty bad.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, man. Like they're like literally I'm trying to feed my family. I've been out of work since I've been stabbed. I can't do anything physical. I'm trying to feed my family, and these motherfuckers don't even want me to be able to feed my family because they disagree with me politically. What kind of fucked up shit is that?
Did you
know what I mean?
ever think that you would live in this kind of government?
Fuck
Never.
no.
Never. Not in a million years.
Fuck no.
Yo, it's so crazy, man. Is it because of the internet, dude? The internet was invented, and this, I don't know what the fuck happened. It's crazy.
Yes.
I think the more masses you can reach, the more masses you can reach, the more masses you can control. You can control the masses. You know what I'm saying? Like they have the masses at their fingertips because they can. I mean, in my eyes, my first glimpse at this was top 40 music. Like when I first started DJing and realizing that they will force feed top 40 music down your throat until it's cool. And even till today, you look at these artists like Lil Yachty and these simple rappers. Like, why are not some of these, like Atmosphere, for example, like there's so many other talented musicians out there that don't get a second look because they won't follow a certain agenda or a certain plan, whatever you want to call it.
Dude, I always talk about this on the outro. I have an outro where basically I talk about, please share this because there's a 20-year-old nerd sitting in a back room at Google with cum stains crusted on his pants, deciding who wins or loses in life because he learned how to code while living in his mommy's basement.
Yeah, it's
So-
fucked up, dude.
It's fucked
Very
up.
true.
The internet has accelerated everything, and I think it's accelerated to the point where it's actually put the society in a real shitty situation. Social media, back, like I always tell the story. Like I went to a voting day with my father, and I asked my dad as we were walking out. I said, "Who'd you vote for?" He said, "That's my business." I was like, okay. So I always took that as, those old school. My dad's an old school guy, man. He's a quiet old Italian guy. He's a staunch Republican, but he's, you know what I mean? Like he's quiet about it.
It reminds me of the Chappelle joke where he talks about how white people, they're like, come on, man. Oh shit, that's personal. Don't ask me who I voted for. So anyway,
Yeah.
I was fucking my wife in the ass.
Exactly. So I always revert back to that. Like the old school, back in the days, you didn't ask somebody who they voted for. You know what I mean? Like they may have put a yard sign out or something like that, but you didn't ask people. Now, man, you clearly know who you can. Man, somebody walks in the fucking door at a store, I can look and be like, "Yep, they voted Biden," or "They voted Bernie." You know what I mean? Like you can just look at someone now and know what side of the fence they reside on because people have become so divided. Like you can't see the middle guys anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Because it doesn't exist. There is no like you're either a beer drinking, gun shooting American in my eyes, or you are a vegan, you
Commie.
have 19 cats, and you live in a shitty studio apartment that your dad's paying for.
And you vlog, and
There's
you have a
no-
vlog.
Right.
Yeah. Dude, that reminds me, actually, I think I had an epiphany, man. I think that kind of thing has always existed in history. I think even the cavemen, dude, like they mentioned who they were voting for, to run the little tribe, and they fucking clobbered them with a big stick or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that this has probably been happening forever, man. I mean, why do you think us, Western people knew not to share that? Not to disclose that information because your life is probably going to be turned upside down with these idiots who
right.
disagree with you.
You're right, man. You're right, and I think that's a huge reason why. And so, like I said, social media has accelerated it. Information, right? So the fast information that you can get now. Right now, I know what's going on in Portland by just going. I can just go on Twitter and type in hashtag Portland. I can figure out what's going on in Portland. Go jump back to 1992, or go even back farther than that, 1980, right? The only thing you would find out, the only way you'd find out what was going on in the news was your 6 o'clock news, maybe the 7 o'clock world news, and then the newspaper in the morning. That's the only news that we got, right? You didn't get all this extra stuff. You didn't have 24-hour CNN news. You didn't have 24-hour Fox news. You didn't have any of that stuff. And so I think what they've done is they've created a way to inject chaos into society, and that has been through one mean, and that was the media. The media is the reason. That's why everyone hates the media, left and right. We all hate the media because we know they are the ones that control what happens. They control what information gets out, and that information causes you to vote one way or another.
Yeah.
They do that through fear, 100% through fear. They sell, like everything in America is done through fear. You have this enormous amount of debt called a mortgage. If you don't pay it, they'll take your house. There's your fear. If you don't use Stratex pads to clear your face and you have pimples as a teenager, the girls won't fuck you. There's your fear. Like everything is driven by fear these days, and now it's just drifted right into mainstream media.
That's right. And all three of us have had this opportunity where we have, have you done an interview, an article or something with a journalist, and whatever they come out with is the opposite of whatever you said, basically? I mean, I've had that experience with the New Yorker article with Jane Meyer. She's a pretty big time pretty big time journalist. And what I gave her was fucking totally opposite of what came out, man. It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, to be honest with you, the actual journalist that I actually have spoken with, besides one, Jordan Green, who's a loser, you know what I mean? Like I gave him I gave him an hour conversation and was like, I expect you to be, this will be your last interview with me. This is the last, quote you ever get from me if you're not objective.
They're used car salesmen. Continue.
Yes. So for the most part, I will say any journalist that I've spoken with, I guess they just kind of, I have a way of talking to them that they're like, I can't really twist that to make that evil. So I guess I kind of got to give the guy a fair shake. Now that's not saying that the media is giving me a fair shake, because you go look at anything, you just Google my name and 99% of it's all negative. I'm a Nazi. I'm this and that. Forget the fact that my first wife was of mixed race and my children are mixed race. Forget that. You know what I mean? I'm a racist, so I can't classify every journalist I've ever spoken to with not giving me kind of a fair shake. I've actually been lucky, but I'm one of the few. I'm one of the few that have given interviews and my shit's not gotten twisted. So.
Oh, wow. Good for you. I mean, you're lucky, but I've really seen, how dishonest they are. And I really would like to have a protest with, totally peaceful protest right in front of their house. We find out where the journalist lives, and then we go bullhorn them, basically. I think we need to do that. We need to do that. We need to get these Antifa members. We need to show up at their houses. We need to do the same shit that they do to us. We need to do to them, because every action yields an equal and opposite reaction.
I say the hell with them. We go after the ones on our side that are being rhinos. That's the ones I say that we go protest, like the Lindsey Grahams, and you know what I mean, and what's this cuck with the eye patch there?
Dan Crenshaw.
Dan Crenshaw. Yeah, I don't even want to speak his name. He's a sellout cuck. So yeah, you go like I live in South Carolina, man. I know where Lindsey Graham lives. We could go protest outside Lindsey Graham's house and go bullhorn his ass up. You know what I mean?
I drive up for that.
Yeah, that's the shit we should be doing, is going to our people that are not listening to us and are not doing the right thing for the future of this country, who are elected by us, and we make them do the right thing. We let them know, if you do not do what we elected you to do, you will be replaced. Because somebody like Lindsey Graham, who's a closet homosexual who will never get a job outside of being a scumbag politician, someone like that will, that's all he has. That's all that guy has. And if he loses, you saw what happened to him after January 6th in the airport, man. I was clapping that on, like, good, let him know you're not on our side anymore, pal. You know what I mean? You sold us out.
That's some radical honesty right there. What do you think about getting into politics yourself and then running as a dino, Democrat name only, and then we get in and we pull the old switcheroo? That's the plan I have.
I'm in, dude. I'm in. No, I'm actually thinking about a run, but I'm thinking about running under the Patriot Party.
Nice.
Along with my brother, Dick Sweets, up there in Pennsylvania, running for. Go to dick2022.com and go check out Dick Sweets.
Well, that brings me into this, actually. I really want to say, we'll talk about a little bit about our chairman. Dick Sweats, he doesn't really, I don't think he's really like 100% behind him. There's another guy, Pierce.
He's absolutely not behind him.
Back to the December DC trip. Last night I spoke with Pierce, host of the Blackballed podcast on Murder the Media, and he confessed to me that he dropped out of Proud Boys due to negligence among leadership in DC over that fateful weekend. What are your positions regarding the state of leadership in DC over that December 2020 weekend? And what are your positions regarding the state of Proud Boys national leadership currently?
Neily, I'll let you hit this one.
I honestly, I had never been to a rally as big as DC up until that point. Like, we had been battling our local Antifa here in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area 5 weeks in a row, every single Saturday, coming home maced up, lumps on your, all that bullshit. So I'd never really seen anything to that caliber. So we were all pumped up to get out there, and I thought it was really well organized for how many of us were out there. I think there was anywhere from like 700 to 900 Proud Boys out there. And I mean, you're not going to be able to control everyone, but I mean, for the most part, whatever group we were marching with, or whatever area we were in, there was always some form of communication of where we needed to be or where we shouldn't be. So I felt it was really well organized.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. See, well,
different perception.
For me, here's the problem. I was one of the I was one of the leaders, appointed leaders of that rally. So I have kind of a different point of view. They're coming for you, whoever that was. They're coming
That's
for
me.
Wasn't me.
you. Well, yeah, I've been to your shop. I know where the area, so I understand what's going on then.
Oh, fuck you.
You're no hood. Uh, but for me, DC, like the 14th was great. Like November 14th was phenomenal, man. Everybody kind of fell where they were supposed to be. Everyone did, like the group as a whole. Nobody ran off on their own. I'm going to hunt Antifa. I'm going to Black Lives Matter Plaza. Everyone kind of stayed where they needed to be, right? Now, fast forward, there was actually closer to 1,200 that
Really?
day. And yes, there was close to 1,200, which it was really hard to nail down until we went, and looked over like attendance. Like, holy shit, man, that's like 1,200 people, and you know, it's very, very, very difficult to control a crowd that size, like you said, especially when guys get their own ideas. So a lot of guys blame it on leadership that day, right? But you can't blame it on leadership when you're literally telling everyone no. When you're at the Washington Monument, when you're trying to gather everyone up and trying to just keep everyone from having confrontations during the day. And our idea was we're going to go out at night and we're going to make sure that no normies are assaulted and that nothing happens. We're going to patrol the streets at night and we're going to make sure that these guys don't go burning down buildings, throwing fireworks in like they did on November 14th. They're not going to be throwing fireworks into restaurants. We're going to make sure that doesn't happen. So, however, during the day, when you have, certain groups of people that just take off and say, we're going here and that's it, and they're taking off without the leadership. And there was like 8 appointed guys that you were supposed to listen to that weekend. When you just take off and don't listen, and even when you're said, hey, no, and one of the guys is telling you, don't go there, just come back with us. We're going to go out and have our fun. I promise you, we're going to go have our fun, but just chill out and stay here. When they don't listen and they run off and do whatever they want to do and then come back and complain, oh, there was no leadership. It's like, no, you just weren't listening to the leadership. You just didn't care to listen. And that is a lot of the problem. So, and some guys might get mad at me for this, but as a lot of guys know in the club, I don't give a fuck if you get mad at me. I'm saying it the way it is because I know. And I was that guy that was running around trying to keep people from running off and doing anything stupid. And nobody was listening. People wanted to go do whatever they wanted to do. So that is the problem. So as far as the leadership in DC, could it have been organized a little bit better? Absolutely. But we learned, and we had no idea that there was going to be 1,200 guys that showed up. We really thought that at the last minute, a lot of people were going to drop out. And, we might get 500 guys and okay, we can handle it with 500 guys, but you get over, you get 1,200 people, plus you get the normies that keep infiltrating. And I've said this over and over again, the normies get into our ranks and they, they start running off, then somebody starts running off and then half the group runs off. So, like that was the biggest problem, I think. So as far as the leadership in DC on the 12th, I think it was a failure to listen to the leadership as opposed to a failure of leadership. And that's my take on it.
What about you, Neily?
Well, I remember a lot of stragglers, I guess you could call them. But I mean, our Minnesota chapter kind of stayed true to it. I think that Leo and I were on the main communication with Enrique and everyone, so we heard exactly what was going on. So anytime we were told stay in the hotel, come back out at night, I mean, it was just not even a second thought about it. But a
lot of guys did the right thing.
Right. But I do remember hearing, just through the grapevine that some guys ran off looking for their quote unquote fourth degree and, got in some trouble and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I can see how there would be some disorganization, with that many people, especially if leadership wasn't expecting that many people to show up. You throw the normies in there as well. So I can see that would be kind of a nightmare. So again, yeah, I mean, I agree with Beard that I think the biggest issue is just people not really following orders, just kind of want to do their own thing. I mean, I understand that you get out in an exciting situation like that, the adrenaline gets going, you want to prove yourself, but at the same time, that's where you really need to keep your composure because that's where it matters the most.
I don't like being told to stay back and not get in the front line. I'll admit that. I hate that.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But unfortunately, like when we put guys up in the front,
Something within me like wants to go against that immediately.
yeah,
I mean,
well,
I guess,
that's because we're all like that.
but
That's
at the
why
same,
we are who we are.
it's not good though at the same time because in order to be a great leader, you have to be a great follower. So if that's the leadership that was planned out, you should kind of go along with it and not disturb. But that's something
Yeah.
that I learned the hard way on, I guess. But
It was strategically planned. It wasn't planned for clout like a lot of guys think. It's because we wanted people on the front line who were going to have cooler heads, who were going to be able to, stop the guys behind them from running off. You know what I mean? Like, and those guys that have a voice, we wanted them up there so that you could be like, listen, the more cool head guys is who we needed up front.
yeah, how did that work out? How did that work out for the Capitol siege?
Man,
There weren't any there. That's
yeah,
why that
I
happened.
mean, well, see, that's the other thing is we weren't there as an organization. So if there were guys that were there, you know what I mean? Like they didn't go as Proud Boys or as an organized group with the Proud Boys. There was a small group of guys who were there originally just to provide security because myself and Enrique were supposed to speak at a few different stages. And so the guys that were going to escort us because I had just been injured. 3 weeks before that, I'd been stabbed, and that was my plan. Was the big fuck you to Antifa was showing back up 3 weeks later and getting on stage and be like, "Fuck you, you missed."
Well, you said you told me earlier off camera that you just got back. You were in a baseball practice or whatever. So you healed up pretty good.
I'm about, I'd say 85 to 90% right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm just able to get back into the gym.
How has the stabbing affected family life, work, all that?
I'm sure Neily feels the same way, man. It definitely was a bit to him and I got matching scars on our stomachs. It was a bit to recover from. We've talked about that a little bit.
This guy is stabbed right in the same spot, huh? Jesus Christ.
No.
It was the surgery scar where they had to go in and fix everything. But we have the same, belly button down to the, lower
Down to your
abdomen.
dick, yeah.
Yeah. Now, do your wives
Pretty
find
much.
that? Do your wives like it? Do they like that fact that you fucking got stabbed and you have a big scar and shit? Huh? Do you use
big scars, man?
Do you use that for your
Every
advantage?
chick digs a scar.
Yeah, every chick digs a scar, man. I've got a few more than most of the guys. I know one of the guys, man, his shit was open. Like he had a wound vac in there up until like about 3 weeks ago. His shit was still wide open. He had a wound vac in there. So my shit's all like here. I mean, my shit's probably.
Oh shit.
It's done pretty good here. Let's see
Dude,
if
no
I can show
dick
you.
pics. I told you, no dick
No,
pics.
forget it.
All right. Oh shit. Wow. That's not too bad, bro.
I got the same.
He's got the same one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's that one, and then I got this one over here.
You got another
He had to
another
one-up
one?
me.
Oh shit, what is that?
That's a
what
big
got
one though.
So this is
You see the stab marks? You can see the two stab marks, but then you can also see his surgery incision.
He got you there too?
That's the stab. This was the chest tube, and that is where they had to cut me open. Yeah,
Oh, you
so
had
the
a chest
first one-
tube.
Yeah, I had a chest tube in, and yeah, so the first he got me in the one spot, and they had to open me up that long zipper scar. They had to open me up for the first surgery, and they went in and repaired the diaphragm, and then I came out of surgery at like 5 a.m. or something like that, and I was so out of it. I tried to like bust loose from the hotel. I didn't know where I was from the hospital bed. I was like trying to rip tubes out and shit. I was going nuts when I woke up from the anesthesia. And so then they said, listen, we don't think we got all the bleeding. We have to go back in again. We have to put you under. So immediately they put me right back under and then cut my stomach. Come to find out, they didn't need to do anything else in there because they got everything in the first one. So the second one was a needless scar. I would have been fine recovering from this.
It's insurance scam in Washington D.C. probably.
Probably. I don't know,
Wouldn't
but
doubt it.
they even said that the second one was useless. They're like, that second one was not necessary. We didn't need, we didn't find any other bleeding. So
Let me
So it's on the house then, right?
no,
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
that $250,000 bill I got. No.
Man.
All right, let me ask you this: Has getting stabbed made you better human beings? Did it make you aware of your own mortality?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's brought me a little closer to my family. It just kind of made me maybe count my blessings a little more. You know, just kind of not necessarily the actual getting close to death thing, but just seeing how many people can turn their back on you that you called a friend. And it just made me really want to spend more time with the people that I know are really here for me on this earth. So yeah, I would say it
Damn, that's
definitely
sexy
made me
bumblebee
open
right
my
there.
eyes to, yeah. Uh, I was asked to bring that shirt onto the podcast tonight, but I was out in South Dakota for the Scottish Games, which Sodak, the South Dakota boys, put on. They actually did their first one a couple weeks ago. But Glitter Balls, who is a fourth degree from the Kalamazoo chapter, is like, bro, I want
Glitter.
that shirt. You got to sign it for me, blah blah blah. So I wrote a bunch of shit on the back of it. I should have sent you the picture.
Where did you get the shirt? Because I need to procure the shirt. And Noble Beard, don't you fucking touch that shirt. All right?
Stolen.
I still have my
You
Perry.
son of a bitch. You.
I still have my Perry. They
Hey, listen, we need to all work together. We should all fucking merge. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I-
You want a doc? Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, yeah.
do that 3 ways.
Business. We need to business doc. Okay, and just create a huge sweatshop, all Proud Boy run. Me and Enrique Tario merge, and I think that's the way to do it, man. Stop fucking always competing against each other like this. Even though
No, competition's good, man.
It is.
Competition's good for the consumer.
it is, but he is Cuban heritage, and he's down with this. I know. I mean, it's in his blood to be a total scum, and be like the great
start
dictator
cutting
down there in
throats.
Cuba.
I'm gonna steal Bobby's Pickles shirt ideas. I'm gonna sell them for like $10.
What do you think about this? What do you think about this one? Look at this, huh? I got the tuxedo Perry.
Is that what a T-shirt? Oh, dude, that's sweet.
Don't
bro.
fucking steal this either, you bastards. Please don't.
No.
I thought that was a real minus.
I
the-
did too, bro. I thought that was a Perry.
I thought it was a
No.
real button up right there.
No.
Hey, it's going right on my DTG.
Oh my God. Damn it, man. Damn it.
It's going right on my DTG, bro.
You could
fuck.
you could probably pull this one off, probably. Anyway. So that's an iconic photo though, of C. Neily wearing that long sleeve Bumblebee shirt under his Fred Perry. Why did you give that Bumblebee fucking stab wound shirt to some dude in Kalamazoo? I mean, that's crazy.
Well, I partied with him out in at GLG though. I mean, it's not like I met him and that was it. We also have a little more history now because we were at the finals for the drinking games, and I still claim I won, and he still thinks he won. I ended up stealing the trophy, bringing it back to the hotel, and we sent him a bunch of pictures of us singing "We Are the Champions" and shit. You know, hold on to it. So there's definitely a rivalry there. But to answer your question, he just was really adamant about having it. And I'm like, well, I can buy another one of these. I have my Perry still that I was stabbed in.
You need to tell us where we can buy those shirts.
Amazon, $9.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't have my shirt. I was wearing my Big House Boys shirt. You remember the Big House Boys shirt?
I almost wore it. I printed that.
Yeah, I was wearing that. Can you send me another one? Because they had to cut it off of me.
Oh, fuck yeah. I could definitely send
I don't
it.
have.
See, I
or
wouldn't
just
let
send
them
me
cut
the
my Perry
graphic. and
off,
I'll print
man.
I could send you the
They
graphic. I
tried
had to do a lot of
cutting my
work to
Perry
it.
off.
Yeah, you had to cut your beard off.
No, they tried cutting my Perry off, and
Well,
I
oh.
was like, no, and ripped the fucker off as fast as I could and threw it to Leo, and Leo took off running with it. And the investigators were trying to get it. They're like, what happened? We're like, you're missing your shirt. And I knew why they wanted it, to confirm I was a Proud Boy, whatever, but they already knew that. And they're like, we need your shirt that you gave to your buddy. I'm like, I don't know where that is, man. I can't help you with that.
No,
Wow.
you ain't getting that. Motherfucker. You got to earn that, motherfucker.
But I got the Perry back. I have that, and another one of my best friends in the chapter bought me a brand new one. So I still have the Perry, and that can maybe come your way if you want it.
Is it blood soaked?
No, well, it's washed now, but there's not even a stab wound in it. Like, it's just a normal Perry.
Oh man, I've still got my my vest from that night, and where he stabbed me, you could see he just missed where even if I had side plates in, he just missed where the side plates were. So side plates wouldn't even have helped. But I didn't look at it for like the first 3 weeks I was home. It was in the trunk of my car, and I got in there and looked at it, dude, and all the blood was just soaked on the inside of my vest. So I've still got that one sitting at home. That's my iconic vest. Everybody likes to meme me and put on dogs and stuff like that. So yeah.
All the memes. So, see, Neily, did you have something to say? We're just going to wind down right now. I'm only got a couple more questions, and then we'll be done. And then you guys can go back to, Immortal Beard stealing my ideas for shirts. And
Dude, I'm writing them down right now, bro.
Oh, my God.
Look, they're all right here.
I want to ask you, true or false? True or false? Henry Tario is a complete and total snitching scum. Yes or no? True or false? False.
False.
Okay. Obviously, you guys are live on a live podcast. You're not going to give them up like that,
I would, honestly, if I truly believe that, I would say it. There's, you know what I mean? Like, I really would. Even if the dude is not in the club tomorrow, I've been through war with him. I love him. I don't fault him for what he did before he was a Proud Boy member, and I know that motherfucker would take the heat for any brother that wears the black and yellow, and he proved it after the December 12th thing when he went back and took charges for that, and ended up getting himself in a lot more trouble over a couple of pieces of plastic and some springs. But the dude already has proved that he loves his brothers and he loves the brotherhood. So haters out there who are going to get mad at me for saying that, I don't give a fuck. That's my dude. I love him. Even if he's not in the club anymore, I still love him, and he's still my brother. So
is he? What? He's on the club?
No, I said even if he's not.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes.
No, go ahead.
No, sorry.
No, I agree 100%. Like, I think, with everything, anything that comes from the media, especially if it's against the Proud Boys or even for the Proud Boys, you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. So, I mean, I was immediately skeptical. Like, this is obviously a ploy. This is obviously a plan to get us to kind of turn on each other and question our leadership and blah, blah, blah. And I feel the same way about it. I mean, this is something that happened. I mean, I have a past. Everyone has a past. And, you can use anything in my past against me if you want. But at the same time, this happened years before he was a Proud Boy. And I trust him. And the same thing is, there's nothing to even snitch on. We don't break any laws. So
we're not
the
mob,
if you ask me. Right.
We're not the mob.
So in my eyes, it's irrelevant.
Even though there are a lot of Italians in Proud Boys. For some reason.
Maybe there might be something to that.
Yeah.
Maybe we're going the route of La Cosa Nostra.
Yeah. So
you never know.
So you're saying if you're put in the same position as Tario, would you have also worked with the FBI?
Me personally, no.
Okay.
I don't know if I would have put myself in that position in the first place.
I had been in that position plenty of times where I could have.
I've done some things, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I wasn't really old enough to understand the repercussions. I was still that invincible young kid, you know what I mean? So, but I would like to say no,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you wouldn't say anything.
Listen, but see, here's the other thing about it. And a lot of people get some misinformation and they just fucking run with it because they don't like him because he was in a position of power or whatever. They get this misinformation and they run with it. If you really dig into it, the only thing that he himself did was give up a human trafficking ring. Okay. I'm pretty sure that the Proud Boys are vehemently against human trafficking, illegal immigration, and that sort of shit. That's one of the fucking biggest things. That's one of our beliefs. Close the borders, right? Enter the country legally. So if he did that, I say fucking bravo, dude. Bravo. Honestly.
Do you feel a new chairman might bring a nice welcome change?
Yeah, I honestly don't. Well, I mean, if it's somebody that's kind of already in the limelight, I mean, I'd get behind Beard running, but I mean, if a fresh face came in, I think it might rattle things a little bit too much just because of what's going on. Like, there's already, from what I've heard in a lot of chapters, there's just a lot of worry, I guess. But it's going away now, but there was a lot of worry for a little while just because of all the disinformation and because of all the things going on. And, oh, my God, we're going to be labeled this and labeled that. And that did exactly what they planned it would do. It caused a little bit of friction, within each individual chapter, but that's kind of going away now. So to answer your question, I think that if Enrique or a fresh face did come in, I think that might just kind of add to that. I think we need to kind of all just get back to our roots with the same people in the same positions that they're in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm of the mindset of, listen, the guys in the club that don't want centralized leadership, right? They want decentralized, right? Okay. So here's what's happening now is there's a vacuum, and everybody and all these chapters are able to act on their own, right? They disassociate with national, right? And they can go do whatever they want to do now, right? By the way that they put themselves. So what happens is when a chapter in bumfuck Ohio and a chapter in go fuck your mom Virginia, they have different ideas of what should happen. This one goes and rallies, and this one's like fuck rallies, and then they end up hating each other. There's no central leadership to say, hold on a second, we're not rallying until X date. We've already said it. So no, don't go rally. If you go rally, go ahead, but don't wear colors, right? So now we don't have that. You know what I mean? If they get their way, then we don't have that, right? And then so just chapters are just going to do whatever the fuck they want to do, right? Okay, so if that's the case, you can't bitch about this guy doing this. There's no central leadership now. This chapter wants to go do this with his club, his chapter, and he only wants to go drink. That's fine, and let him go drink. And this chapter wants to go rally all the time and go kick the shit out of Antifa. You got to shut the fuck up about it now, because you're the ones that bitched and complained about having central leadership. So I'm almost of the mindset, like, let's do that and then wait 6 months, and they're all going to be screaming for somebody to take the lead and somebody to step up and be like, no, you can't do that anymore. Like, no, we don't need that. You need some, every organization needs leadership. That's why CEOs of companies that's why they're there. That's why, even down to the smallest little, a poker club. It has somebody who hosts, or, you know what I mean? Just anything of that size and magnitude needs leadership, point blank. And it needs even keeled, soft-minded individuals who can absorb from this side and from this side and make the best decision for what's best for everybody. So we need leadership. Every organization does. Antifa has it. They won't admit it, but they have it. There's leadership there. You know what I mean? Why do you think they're so fucking successful? No, that, and they have backing of the fucking government at this point, so that helps.
Yep.
Yeah, George Soros money. But yeah, man. I think we need leadership. I absolutely think we need centralized leadership. I really do.
I agree, and I think that you guys are both. You guys display leadership in your own right. I really appreciate you both being on my podcast tonight. We went an hour and like 30 minutes or so. It's been awesome. I appreciate you guys both. It's been a great stabbing episode, Proud Boys stabbing episode. And
Proud of your boy.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh shit, yeah. I'm sorry I had to come with the hard questions, man. I got to ask, So
well, no, hell yeah, dude. We've been talking about doing a podcast for the better part of probably 2 years now. I've been wanting to get on with you. But you always have a great show, and I always tune in when I can, and I love you, brother, and I can't wait to come back down.
I love you both, bro, and I think that this brotherhood is so awesome, and it's just fucking great, man. So positive, and we're not a hate group or a love group, Some of us are rally boys, some of us are party boys, some of us are neither, but a lot of us are both.
Some of us are both.
Yes. A lot of us are both.
Yeah. I think that's the ultimate idea of the club is do what the fuck you want as long as you have your brothers back.
Yes.
And I think that's what we should all do.
One more time, both you guys, plug your shit. If you can, if you have stuff to plug, go ahead and do that now if you could.
Beard, you go ahead, man. You got a lot more to plug than I do.
Catch me on Parler at Noble Beard. Telegram, the same thing. Dangerous Times Podcast. You can always support me. There's a link on my Parler page in my bio to my direct page on 1776. But also check out all of 1776.shop. Don't forget to check out Fat Enzo and his T-shirts.
That's
they're
right.
badass.
I'll get right to that in a second.
I'm expecting my care package here soon. I'll give you my address after
I will
show.
send both of you guys a care package, okay?
But just make sure that you send it over and I can steal the designs.
Oh shit. I'm not sending anything, actually.
Well, it's funny because We're buying a embroidery machine tomorrow. So
Oh, you're such what the fuck, dude? By the way, I was in this business way before I was a Proud Boy. Okay.
Yeah, I know you were. All
right, okay.
With your late partner, our brother who's gone.
That's right, Piazza.
Rest in peace.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Mike.
Dude, another guy. I wanted to bring this up before. I feel like I got COVID, man. I don't know. I'm feeling really weird. But John Rackham. Maybe we should say say a prayer for him or something like that, or like a moment of silence, because he passed away. And I think it's kind of crazy because I really don't believe in the COVID thing. But this guy was mid 40s. He's been to Iraq like a bunch of times, deployed, and totally perfect health. And the guy died out of nowhere. It took him 2 weeks to die. So
yeah, I heard about
that
John.
actually happened to one of my. Sorry. Rest in peace. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah. Now rest in peace. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to kick you off, and I'm going to do the outro, all right? Proud of you, boy, baby.
Proud of you, boy.
Proud of you, boy.
Adios, fellas. All right. That was fun. Thank you so much for watching the Monday stream. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the market for awesome custom t-shirts, check out fatenzo.com. For our line of pseudo-intellectual party shirts, check out fatenzo.shop. And for Perry's and Proud Boy swag, check out proudenzo.com. I'm Bobby Pickles, and it's been an outstanding time with you today. I appreciate you very much, but I'll appreciate you more for liking and sharing this podcast. There's a 20-year-old nerd sitting in a back room at Google with cum stains crusted on his pants, deciding who wins or loses in life because he learned how to code while living in his mommy's basement. Are you going to allow that? It's time to fight back. Give that dork a slap by posting this to Facebook. You probably get banned. Twitter, probably get banned. Or Parlor. That should be a safe post. And always remember, friends, proud of your boy. Vaya con Dios. Now let me see if I can get this outro plan. Jesus Christ, man. I really need my... Oh, shit. Fuck. I really need my Asian